Hey, I'm just getting on here. This is RV Davy. I was just doing a little spiffaroo here, at least trying to. After being in the hospital for a while, trying to all the bags from all the hospital stuff. I gotta get. I'm just throwing all that stuff. I'm just basically making one bag of what I need, and that's it. And the rest is gonna go bye-bye, just because I don't have room for this kind of stuff. So anyway, I doubt if I'll get anybody in here because I got one person already. That's amazing. But I'm gonna see if I can hire a guy. I'm gonna look for a guy up here that can do some cash work, and he could come in with me. I'll be inside with him, and I'll have him go through all the stuff, and then he can. That way we'll get close to a big garbage trash can and just freaking throw a whole crap load of stuff away, I'll even throw some canned stuff away. If I know I'm not going to be using it, I'll just keep a couple on hand, the rest goes bye-bye, That's what I'm going to do this time around. So that's what you call it, my spiffaroo. So, but anyway, here's the train going. The good old train. So what's everybody else doing out there, man? I get this PDF thing popping up. I got all these pop-ups wanting you to pay for something that I already have, I hate that. They want you to pay for something you already paid for. It's ridiculous. But anyway, I don't know. I got two people in here. I don't know who they are. But anyway, that's the, another good deed I did. I was going to try to start this thing up. I went to Wendy's this morning, and then there's a cat that had a bunch of feral cats, or like little baby kittens. I don't know. I've seen one, and I've seen the mother cat. And anyway, I went to the drive-thru and bought him a couple large French fries. I broke them up and threw them on the ground for him so they can eat. Well, that little thing, man, he was so freaking hungry. I'm gonna see if I can get some cat food for him. I'm gonna go to the food shelter and get a bag of cat food, and I'm gonna dump a bunch of cat food down for them so they got something to eat. Somebody should feed those guys. Around there, that live around there. At least give them something to eat. Don't let them starve. I know the little ones probably need to learn how to hunt, but when they're little like that, how are they gonna get food, man? How's a little thing like that gonna? He's got, little one's got to make its first catch, catch a bird or something. But in the meantime, they need some kind of food, I felt bad, the thing looked so sad, it gave me that sad look, I was like, man, I gotta get these guys something to eat, This is crazy. So I'm like, Dad here is gonna take care of them. I can't. I'm not gonna be here forever. I can't always be there every day to feed them, But I was at Walmart yesterday, and they freaking told us we couldn't camp in the parking lot there, or not camp, but we couldn't sleep. What are you gonna do, dude? Are you gonna block me in or what? What are you gonna do? There you go. Make up your mind. There you go. Back up in there. I had a person do the same thing, and they just parked their trailer and then right in front of me. But then I had ICE detain me for 5 hours. When they detain you, they don't let you have food. They don't let you have your phone. They don't let you call anybody. You're just dead you're just dead sitting there. They won't. You don't know what they look like because they're all faces all covered up. They got automatic weapons on them, and heck, man, I got roughed up, man. They told me to get out of the vehicle, step out, and the funny thing, I had my birth certificate. I had my driver's license, which was, I just did that, so I'm good there. And then I proved my whereabouts, where I came from, where I was born. But what hospital was it? I go, the hospital doesn't exist anymore. What do you want me to tell you, man? I mean, come on. I speak English, okay? Can't you tell? I'm from America. You know, I have to prove my point. Are you going to just freaking throw me? Yeah, they're going to take me to jail, man. Freaking ridiculous. For no crimes. I committed nothing. Did nothing freaking wrong. I go, you tell me what crime I committed here. Tell me what crime I committed. Well, you're in this parking lot. I go, how do you know I'm not shopping here? You know, I shop here. You know, so what do you want me to, what else do you want me to tell you? The guy was shoving me around. I mean, it was ridiculous, man. I go, I'm a paralyzed guy. I can't walk. What do you think? What am I? I have not resisted you, dude. What's your problem? You know, what do you got in your pants? And I go, I don't have anything in my there's nothing. You just patted me down. I got shorts. I got nothing on me, dude. Come on. So anyway, that's what happened. And so anyway, that's ridiculous. They violated my First Amendment. Well, they violated my rights. Let's put it that way. Because first of all, you know, they wouldn't give me any food. They wouldn't give me anything to drink. I sat there for 5 hours. I didn't have nothing to eat. I just started my morning up, you know, and then boom, they were right on top of me, you know. So you know, come on, dude. You guys should be required to feed me for the roughness that you treated me. Like, come on, guys. Freaking ICE. What? Well, that's like Gestapo, man. It's they. I'm not even Mexican. I'm not black. I'm just a white boy, and they're just coming down on me, man. I mean, that means they did it with everybody was that they got in that parking lot was all white. Every one of them. They were all in the paddy wagon with me. There are 5 of us that were in a parking lot, so they got all 5. And we were all talking amongst each other. We're like, this is ridiculous, man. I go, what's your badge number? He goes, I don't have to give you that, and I'm not going to give you that. I go, yeah, I'm just trying to report you, dude. You're violating my... Because I'm not violating... Because I haven't violated any of your constitutional rights. That's what he said, basically. I go, really? Well, not under the guidelines that this administration works under. This administration? This administration freaking sucks. It's a bunch of bullshit. You're the Gestapo. You're nothing more than what Hitler had back in his days. They were called what were they called? The SS. Well, they called them the Gestapo. I'm not sure if the SS was the Gestapo or how they... I'd have to go back and look into my history, but I can't quite remember. But yeah, these guys are absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, I got an eye exam at like 12:45. Yeah, I'm doing some cleaning up. I'm going through shit that I got to throw away. You know, I'm just carrying a bunch of stuff that I don't need. You know, there's just about 50. I'm gonna say 75% of it is gonna go right in the trash. It's just that I'm freaking tired. I'm exhausted. I have to sit down and work, you know. There's a dude over there. They get people like that. They come and, oh yeah, I checked the oil. I went to Jiffy Lube this morning and had to replace a bulb because my left side was out. So I got that fixed. So I got that taken care of. So next is my eyes. Next is my major doctor's appointment, which is coming up on the 8th. I gotta see my doctors and pick up my medications that I need. You know, I did find some insulin that I needed. Oh, he's freaking honking their horn. Freaking jerk. I had people honking the horn at me, and I didn't. What the hell? What the hell's your problem, dude? I was, you know, I think he may have been honking the horn because my taillight, my brake lights are out on the left side. But at least he could have done was drive on the side of me and say, hey, you're, which I knew about, you know. I go, dude, I already know. Okay, I'm gonna, you know, I'll take care. I'm going to take care of it as soon as I can. As soon as I get into a Jiffy Lube, and we'll take it from there. There's a guy with, looks like an e-bike. Yeah, it's, what's he got? Now he's calling me Heber. Heber, Arizona? Who the hell is that? If I take, I'm not going to take that call. Oh, I got 3 people in here, you know. So, first live I've done in quite some time. I'm not going to stay on there long. You know, I just thought I'd come in here and just kind of touch base and say hi and blah, blah, blah. A couple, talk about the Gestapo and whatever. But anyway, I'll probably talk to Straight Jacket. He'll probably get this. I don't always come on here. I very seldom come in here. So, I mean, it's not, I couldn't even get it to work. I guess it's been, if you don't use it that often, then they make you, you know, prove yourself all over again, basically. So, 2 people. Ah, damn it. Can't hold it with my hand. Jumpy, I'm going to be jumpy. I'm in, yeah, I'm in a different, I'm not hanging out at Walmart. I'm going to do my hanging out outside of Walmart. I don't, you know, I'm just tired of their freaking harassment. You know, they just harass you, whatever. I don't care for it. The other ones are probably called ICE. ICE was freaking going from parking lot to parking lot up here. I guess they hit the 2 Home Depots, the Walmarts, and I don't think they got anything else, you know. They hit the restaurants, a couple of them, I guess. Yeah, but they were up here. I don't know. I don't see any sign of them today. I think they just kind of made a quick sweep, you know, try to get some regular people, you know, they're actually born here, you know, live here. Yeah, I'm not proud of my country anymore. I'm not proud of it. I'm not proud of where I live. I used to be until Mr. Trump sicked the Gestapo on everybody. Yeah, I got my friends are still, they're 100% stick by the guy. So I go, do what you want, dude. I'm not telling you what you know, just don't tell me. Don't come up and make it. If I make a comment, I have every right to make that comment because it's my First Amendment right. So back off of me. Back off. I hate to be political, but that's my stance on that. You know, I hate to bring politics into my channel, but you know, I might just have to start a political channel. You know, maybe that's what I do. I form a new channel, and we see where it goes. That might be a better option. You know, now's the time to do it. We're getting close. What? 7 months into the administration's office. Okay, guys, we're gonna get out of here. Nobody's commenting. Yeah, nobody's commenting in here. 13 minutes. We're gonna just sign off. We're gonna sign out of here, guys. Okay, we are out. You guys take care, man.